ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 7-yard line. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the Cardinals 2-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
In your face.
Check 4.
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Elliott. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. These two teams all tied after 1. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Elliott. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He was brought down by Patrick Peterson.
Hey, count.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turn. Okay, partner, let's mix things up a bit. This is something that's been a staple of morning television programs for a long time. Let's bring it to Madden. Some power rankings. Give me your top 5 through 7 weeks.
All right, I'll start with number 5, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson. He can throw it as well as run it, but his running, that's so exciting. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Looks like Aaron Rodgers and his head coach, Matt LaFleur, looks like they're in sync, and the Packers are playing awfully well right now. Number 3, San Francisco. Their defense built to travel. They can play anywhere and take on anyone, and they run the ball on offense. Number 2, New Orleans. They've survived without Drew Brees. In fact, they flourished with Teddy Bridgewater, and their defense, vastly underrated, one of the top 3 in the league. And last but not least,
shocker,
New England. And I did think about putting New Orleans ahead of New England, but New England's defense is the best in the league, and Tom Brady on the other side, they still reign supreme.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 53. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. 24. Watch 24. Sweat. Sweat to A. Here we go. 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that incompletion, let's play a little game here. We'll call it 2 up, 2 down. Surprising team so far, 2 for the good, 2 for the bad.
All right, let's start with the good. The Buffalo Bills. Did you really think they'd be pressing for first place this deep into the season?
No.
Okay, how about the Carolina Panthers? Start 0-2 with Cam Newton, undefeated without him. How about 2 down? The Atlanta Falcons. I thought they'd press for a playoff spot. And the Los Angeles Chargers.
How about the Browns at 2-4? I thought you'd put them in there.
I didn't expect them to be the team others thought in preseason. I thought they might contend for a playoff spot, but it doesn't surprise me overall.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this time, Murray to throw it. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Well, Larry Fitzgerald, the catch, back on September 29th, moved into 2nd place all-time in receptions in NFL history with catch number 1326 past Tony Gonzalez.
Is that 1,326 catches? That's phenomenal. And Tony Gonzalez just went into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this last year. So you know you're moving into rare territory. And for a long time, we thought that Jerry Rice's record was unapproachable. But Larry Fitzgerald continues to play, and he's actually approaching pretty fast, still a couple hundred away. He's enjoyed playing football. It looks like he's going to stay around for a while.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Murray fighting, lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
No, possession's on. Possession's on. There you go. Wide eight. Get your swerve on. Check number 19. Check number 19. Single, single. Single, single. Single 47. Watch out, watch out. 26.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And that's Elliott complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Maher is good. It's been quite the season for Maher. First kicker in NFL history with 3 kicks of 60-plus. He's hit twice in 2019 from 60 or more, from 62 just before halftime against the Jets in Week 6. And then 1 week later, he hit from 63 to end the first half against the Eagles. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
This is intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Brings up second and 2.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end. Out. Far down. We're going to 54. Why in? Here we go, 46. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Here we're going to 54. Why in? 26.
From the 40 now on second down. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
It's a party now. 26.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now Prescott. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, check Mike, 34. Mike, kill. 47. 26.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009 line.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Strong right.
Prescott now. This is caught. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
David Johnson on his way. 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Taking the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Powers ahead at the 45. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
There you go. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. That was the corner, Robert Alford, with a sack. After the sack on first down, Prescott is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And this is caught. It's Cooper. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle, and this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. Now, I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
He's checking.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Short game last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. To throw is Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Pushes him over. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Come on, set. 54 miles. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now the dual threat man, this is DJ Foster, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Here's Morris, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Check 48, come on. Check.
Murray to throw. The quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Prescott. his man there complete to Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Prescott. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Right, if they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Keep it up. There we go. Kill.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, kill. 47. 43 is the mic.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Slam.
On second down, it's Pollard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Here we go. Go right in. 43. Check, 43. I got one. 26.
On first down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Go right in. 35. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Marr able to put this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Marr now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. What can Murray do now with his drive? Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure.